Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. So excited to share this report with you because Jack Smith is losing big time, and the liberal tears are flowing as we get this headline. Trump election interference case in Washington, D.C. has been removed from the court calendar, postponed indefinitely. Now, I'm going to show you the responses from the left, which are epic, and also show you what's going on the right. And one of the theories around this, and I don't believe it's the right one, but I need to share this with you because Anna Paulina Luna tweeted out, her and a bunch of others, well, her and three others, had actually sent a letter to Jack Smith making certain demands because, as you know, Ed Meese, the former attorney general, had argued that Jack Smith is an illegally appointed federal prosecutor. He doesn't even have the ability to do this because Merrick Garland just appointed him. He never went through Senate confirmation, and it's like Merrick Garland's up there going, well, okay, let's take the most partisan hack I can find, tap, Jack Smith, and we'll let you run wild with all this federal power. And they've continued to do it. It's like a clown show. It's a charade. It can't even exist. But so what Anna Paulina Luna and the others had done was sent a letter to Jack Smith demanding that he give them all documents and communications concerning his authority to impanel a grand jury in the United States District Courts for the District of Columbia and Southern District of Florida, where Jack Smith's two cases are. All documents and communications concerning your authority to offer immunity to individuals testifying before either grand jury. All documents and communications concerning your authority to seek and return an indictment from either grand jury, including to threaten the return of an indictment through a target letter. All documents and communications concerning any oversight of the Department of Justice regarding any of these topics, specifically including, but not limited to, all documents and communications exchanged between your office and the department concerning your decision to return an indictment of President Trump. So some people are trying to say, well, that's what caused this to happen. Actually, this probably has more to do with the immunity issue that's before the courts in D.C., which even if that gets decided one way, then the Supreme Court's going to have to rule on it, which then it gets docketed. I don't even think you could possibly get it on the court calendar till maybe September. And then it's not going to get decided till next year. And so therefore, their whole election interference case is dead. And by that time, Donald Trump will be president. And I'm really curious to see how all this goes for them then, because their actions were illegal, unconstitutional, and out of bounds. So once that happens and the federal government is not run by a clown show like it is now of luggage thieves and dementia patients, where does this all go? So now from the Washington Post, we read this. Former President Donald Trump's March 4th trial date on charges of plotting to overturn the results of the 2020 election has been dropped from the public calendar of the federal court in Washington. A sign of what has long been anticipated, that his claim of presidential immunity from criminal prosecution would delay his trial while it remains on appeal. That was from the Washington Post. So they're crying a river of tears. So while the conservatives on X are all having a party and talking about how, this is the result of this letter that Anna Paulina Luna, Bill Shipley, an attorney who represents defendants charged in connection with the Capitol riot, this out of Newsweek, was one of those who's dismissed the theories as idiotic. Tomorrow was the day the juror questionnaires were supposed to be returned to the court by prospective jurors and given to the parties. Was a questionnaire ever prepared? No. The case has been stayed, so no questionnaire will be received. One of the first questions is, do you have any plans that would make it impossible for you to be a juror from March 3rd to May 3rd? Well, you can't send that out until you know what the start date will be, he added. So all of you supposedly in the know Xers, just stop posting nonsensical conspiracy theories about why the court, not Jack Smith, removed the trial from the March 4th calendar. Because at the end of the day, they can't have the trial because they can't set the date. And this means, now that this has been postponed, that Jack Smith will not get a decision. This is not going to happen before the election. Their whole election interference crap is falling apart. You see it down in Georgia with Fani Willis. You see it in Florida. You see it in D.C. That's why so much focus is now Engoron, because they know they'll get a positive decision from that hack judge, which is actually a negative decision for the country. The same thing that they had with E. Jean Carroll's case, where you have the judge who used to work with the attorney for E. Jean Carroll. It's all a crap show. But folks, we are winning this one. I really believe so. So just keep fighting the good fight. Hold the line. Keep the faith. I love y'all. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.